Hey all, and this is the In Defense of Destiny event. This is a Dark Slayer event and Arcane Killer. I've only made up a few teams to start with. I have not opened the vault yet, so hopefully that will help me improve my teams. The second team you can see here was just a very basic team. This was to kill the lower value bosses. So here's the first team. This is the main team. This is what the team looks like. So the Glorious Golems are the lead card. This is mainly for the 300%, 600% to all Immortal Killer heroes. There are 4 Immortal Killer heroes on the team with this team. So this card is the card you need for the Killer skill. It's an old card. It creates quite a lot of power gems. However, it costs skill points, so it might take a bit of time before you can use this card. Here we have High Performance Unit Area. This is basically to boost up all the Immortal Killer cards. And then the final 2 cards are the ones that do most of the damage. The Freedom Fighters creates a few power gems and has that lovely bonus attack. The bonus attack is what does all the damage, and then that's pretty much the same with Bio Blitzer. The bonus attack there does all the damage. Then for the relics, there's a couple of Arcane Killer relics, so that breaks the shields. There we go, another Arcane Killer relic there. And then that's Immortal Killer. This is mainly for the extra dark gems at the start so I can get the skills going. That's just a generic one that targets Dark Commander heroes. I may replace that with a Dark Slayer relic. Same with this one as well. Dark Slayer relics may be more useful than Dark Commander relics. So there we go. That's the teams I'm using to start with. Now let's open the vault and see if I can get anything to improve these teams. Alright, and here we go with the vault. Wish me luck. I'm probably going to need it. So this is the ultimate form. There's very little chance of me getting this unless I somehow get both the ultra rare and master hero from the vault. I have no plans to use my coins to make this hero if I get one of the cards. I need a good deck for Commander more than Slayer, as that's more Guild Boss focused than this, and the Guild Bosses are easier in Slayer. So here we go, let's see what I get. Well, that's a typical first draw, isn't it? A lovely, complete trash relic. Right, what are we getting from tier 2? Wouldn't get too excited, this is normally junk. Okay. Interesting. What's this card? Oh, that's actually one of the heroes for the collection. Interesting. I don't even think I've got that card, so that's actually not too bad in all fairness. Right, and tier 3, I need that relic. Let's see what I get. That looks promising. Well, this could help. Is that the rare relic? Yes, it is. Yes, that's going to help. Okay, the other 2 pulls were complete junk. However, that gives me effectively 3 relics. So that's a pretty decent tier 3 pull. I can now, with a bit of luck, make up the ultimate relic. Here we go. So that's definitely going to have some sort of influence on my team. I still have the... Where is it? Yeah, that was the final card I needed. That was a good result. And there it is, the 6-star Destined Hero. Let's see what I get. Oh! I think that may be the main hero. Let's go and have a look at that. Was it Arcane Killer? Yeah, that looks like the main hero. Increases Dark Slayer attack by 30% for 1 turn. And creates Dark Power Gems every turn. Yeah, so I think that's going to help out my team quite a bit, actually. I might be able to replace the golems with that card or make a few changes. I'll see what I can do anyway before I start playing the event. Alright, so this is the team I made up after a bit of work. I added the relics to the team. So that now gets rid of all the shields at the start, which helps a lot. One good thing about this card, Quelana, or whatever it's called, it does have a lovely battle skill that increases Dark Slayer attack. So when used with the other cards, that's a nice bonus. Increases the damage on the Freedom Fighters. That's where all the damage is with this deck. I also awakened this card twice. It's now 4 times awakened. This should be pretty good, actually. So let's get going with the actual event. There's a lovely diamond boss up here. Let's go and lock this and show you the effectiveness of this deck. Right, there we go. This does take 3 turns to start doing any damage, but when it does hit, it does good damage considering this is basically a deck out of older cards. One thing to note, the HP is quite low on this deck, but as you have high performance unit area, this helps a lot with healing. So not so good for stealing other people's bosses, but not many non-event decks are, unfortunately. And that card dispelled dodge, which is honestly a huge bonus. But use all the cards and get that attack bonus going. I think that's probably the best move. So here we go. Bonus attack hits and does. Look at all that damage. So that's where all the damage is. Just that one card. And that's why I awakened it twice. So this should be easily defeatable now. Remember that this card, Quelania, spawns power gems each turn, so it is actually a really good main hero. I got lucky to get that, and I'm very happy to have done so. This should easily defeat it now. Yeah, there we go. Look at that damage. So this should be good enough to defeat any of my own Corellium bosses. The problem is it probably won't be good enough for Eternals, but they only spawn later on in the event. Oh, perfect. Look at that. I wasn't expecting that to spawn, but that's ideal for testing this team out again. Here we go, I'll lock it and then see what sort of damage I can do. So I might be able to get MVP on this boss in one attack. All I want to do during this event is stay in Legends. That's all I want to do. I don't care about my solo rank. Just if I stay in Legends, I can push to the top in Commander and hopefully get top 20 maybe? If I have a full deck for Commander, I might even get top 10 or top 15 in Legends. And as you can imagine, that's a nice payout of gems. And the global rewards as well on top of that. So you do have to be a bit careful when the boss has Slumber, as that can block the Golem's ultra rare high performance unit area. The damage on this deck should also increase as the battle progresses. Again though, if Slumber hits, I may have problems, so I've got to be really careful here. Right, so this is the second attack. As you can see there, the damage is increasing. Let's just be careful here. Okay, so that's fine. Slumber did not hit the card that mattered. So I can keep going. And now the damage should be a bit higher than before, and probably take off around half the health on the boss, or take it down to half the health, should I say. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. Just over half of the health left on the boss. So I didn't actually attack with Slumber that time. So I can use this card again and get supercharged up. So yeah, this has taken off over half the health. Well, it will have done after this attack anyway. Lots of power gems as well, and that helps a lot. There we go, lovely. And, well, I've already done half. I'll keep going until the timer runs out. Or until I get hit by Slumber. And then I'll rally it to the guild, all my friends. Hopefully someone will be able to finish this off. So yeah, it's a little bit slow, but considering it's a free deck, effectively, or non-event deck, whatever you want to call it, I think it's actually pretty effective. Most non-event decks have major problems with Carillion bosses, as you're all probably aware. There we go, that's the last attack. So that's 77.6 trillion. And look at that bonus attack. If I had one more attack, I'd be able to kill that. So let's go and rally it. Hopefully someone can kill it. Why are they all saying 5 minutes? I'm sure they're online now. I mean, you can't have the whole guild offline at this time, especially considering we are currently first global. If you have a quick look over there, top guilds first, global guilds first. Alright, so let's have a look at the event rewards, starting with the collection. Now this, I believe, is another legend collection, so rewards that are pretty much outdated. I don't know anyone that really uses legends anymore. So let's go and finish claiming the rewards for this anyway. The Wisp is useful, the Legend Trials tokens are useful. The 250 gems right at the start is obviously useful, but there's not much else in the collection, so just skip through this quickly. Now I had a look earlier. It is a rather laughable warden, if I'm being honest. I cannot see how you could possibly find use for this warden, but you can all judge for yourselves. Right, and here it is. It's light for a start, so any golems-based team is going to just rip through it. As well as that, the defender skill is Panic. I mean, really? Panic is basically the worst defender skill in the game, so yeah. Not a warden I'm going to make a massive effort to fight over, but my deck is alright, and it doesn't seem as competitive as other events so far, so we shall see how I get on. So finally, let's have a more in-depth look at the actual event deck. So here is the ultimate form. It's an Arcane Killer card. Creates a lot of dark power gems. Has a passive that creates more power gems. Has this refresh skill as well. It's quite an interesting card actually. Dispels 1 enemy buff and cleanses 2 debuffs, so you may find some sort of use for this in GVG, for example, to get rid of Toxin when using the golems. Yeah, not a bad card at all, in all fairness. Let's have a look at the other 2 cards. I could craft both, no, not both of these, one of these. I might be able to craft both of them when I buy a few tiers from the other packs, but I'm not going to. So again, the passive is what is pretty good on these cards. Constant power gems spawning. Then the refresh skill. Yeah, I like that. It dispels 1 enemy buff and cleanses 2 debuffs. So, for example, in GVG, if the enemy used counterattack, you could use that and get rid of it. If you're going to use the event deck for this event, or you have the event deck, using it with something like the Jailers is probably the best way to use this. Since it's Arcane Killer, that will boost up the damage by a significant amount with a bit of luck. And there we go, that about covers this event video. If you do have any questions or suggestions regarding this, please let me know in the comments. I will do my best to help. And thanks for watching.